You don't train a Malinois the way you train other dogs. You don't bribe it. You don't coax it. You either rise to its level or you get left behind. Because the Belgian Malinois doesn't play, it executes. This isn't your average companion. This is a high-speed, decision-making, mission-ready animal. And if you think it'll just sit still and wait for your next command, you've already lost. From the moment you bring one home, the clock starts ticking. Not for them to learn you, but for you to prove you're worth following. Because this dog, it reads you like a battlefield map. Every hesitation, every inconsistency, every emotional crack in your armor. And if you don't lead with calm, clear, relentless structure, it will take over. Not out of rebellion, but out of necessity. This is a dog that was bred to solve problems before they happen, to neutralize threats without pause, to operate with laser focus in high-stakes situations where hesitation equals death. So imagine what happens when that kind of brain, that kind of firepower, is dropped into an average home with average routines and average expectations. Disaster. You thought it would play fetch in the backyard? It's analyzing every movement in your neighborhood. You thought it would relax on the couch? It's casing your living room for vulnerabilities. You thought it would nap peacefully? It's listening for footsteps on the stairs and recalculating your safety in real time. This is a dog that doesn't power down. It only powers up. And if you're not the one giving it a mission, it will make one. And chances are you won't like what it chooses. Chewed walls, shredded crates, escape attempts, unprovoked reactivity. Why? Because drive without direction turns into destruction. Every time. That's why owners end up saying the same thing. I thought I was ready. I did my research. I watched the training videos. And then, their life turned into damage control. Because knowing about a Malinois is not the same as living with one. Understanding the theory is not the same as surviving the reality. And this dog doesn't give second chances. You either lead or get tested. Daily. Sometimes hourly. And when you do step up, when you lock in, that's when things shift. That's when this animal stops being a problem and starts being a partner. Not just responsive, but predictive. Not just obedient, but aligned. Its movements sync with yours. Its instincts sharpen around your emotions. Its entire world narrows down to one thing, you. But don't mistake that loyalty for softness. The Malinois isn't cuddly. It's calculated. It doesn't follow love. It follows certainty. Your calm voice. Your unwavering posture. Your rock-solid presence when the world tilts sideways. This dog doesn't look for affection. It looks for leadership, and if it doesn't find it, it will fill the void with whatever instincts it has left. And let's be clear, those instincts weren't bred for apartments and weekend hikes. They were forged in combat zones, sharpened in military corridors, refined through generations of pressure, obedience, and unrelenting purpose. Which means if you bring one home, thinking you're just adding a pet to the family, you've misunderstood the assignment. This is not a family dog. This is a purpose-driven predator, waiting for clarity, hungry for structure, starving for discipline. If you're not giving it a full-time job, a mental puzzle, a way to channel its laser-sharp focus, it will redirect that energy into chaos, into your house, your nerves, your peace of mind. That's why we use the gear we do. Why I never go without the tactical harness linked in the description. Why the e-collar is not a backup, it's a lifeline. Why the joint support shoes are essential when this dog trains like an athlete. And why a puzzle toy isn't a distraction, it's survival. You don't gear up a Malinois for vanity. You gear it up for war, mental, physical, and emotional. Because this dog is a reflection. It mirrors your habits. It magnifies your flaws. It amplifies your leadership, or your lack of it. You oversleep? It knows. You raise your voice out of frustration instead of direction? It adapts. You skip training for a few days? It notices and adjusts accordingly. This isn't a breed that forgives inconsistency. It exposes it. And the worst part? It doesn't yell at you. It doesn't bark back. It just acts. Quietly. Efficiently. Sometimes dangerously. You can go from a good day to a bitten friend in seconds. From a calm morning to a destroyed room in minutes. From thinking you're in control to realizing you never were. But if you lock in, if you rise, that's when the Malinois becomes something else entirely. It becomes a second nervous system, a shadow that moves with you, a decision maker that anticipates danger before it arrives. This isn't training. This is transformation. You don't get to relax into Malinois ownership. You have to rise into it. It's not about having time for a dog. It's about becoming someone the dog will follow because it believes you're worth it. And if you can build that bond, then you'll see things most dog owners never will. You'll see a creature move without cues because it already knows. You'll feel it shift beside you, not because you asked, but because you needed. You'll experience protection that's not loud, not theatrical, but surgical. It doesn't bark to intimidate. It bites to end the threat. It doesn't chase squirrels. It tracks intention. It doesn't ask for games. It demands purpose. Because the Malinois doesn't play, it executes. And if you're not ready for that reality, if you think structure is optional or that drive is something you can wear down, then this dog will chew through your ego faster than it chews through wood. This isn't about being tough enough or dominant enough. This is about presence, calm, clarity, consistency, every day, without fail, for the next 12 to 14 years. You ready for that? Because this dog is. And now, the moment of truth. So is the Malinois too much? Too intense? Too demanding? No, it's just exact. It gives you what you put in. Nothing less. Nothing more. And if what you give is weak, distracted, inconsistent, it won't rebel. It'll respond with whatever instinct helps it survive. But if you give it your presence, if you show up with structure, with discipline, with humility and strength, then the Malinois will meet you there. It will guard you like a soldier, watch you like a sentinel, love you with an intensity that doesn't flinch, and sacrifice itself for you without hesitation. That's not a pet. That's a partner. That's not play. That's execution. And if you're one of the rare few who can meet this breed where it lives, then you'll never need another dog again. Because the Malinois doesn't just walk beside warriors, it makes them.